3, 2, and 1. You know, my daughter and I, Miss Meredith, my daughter and I spent a couple of days together in Disney World this past weekend. We were there Thursday night, Friday day, and Saturday morning. She is going to be 6 years old here in just a few days. And it was the first time ever that her and I had spent like some real time together alone. Almost 6 years old, right? I am a husband to 1. I am a father to 8. And I do spend a lot of time with my family. Like, I spend a lot of time with my family. I've been blessed to be able to create a business that offers me the opportunity to eat breakfast and dinner with my family at least 250 days a year, right? And for a guy coming from the auto industry, that's a big, big deal because I spent 8 years not being able to do either. Right? But with her being almost 6 years old, I didn't even realize how much time had gone by. And I didn't even realize that I had never really spent any time alone with this beautiful child of mine. And so we got to spend a couple days, Disney World, just her and I. And I got to tell you, it was an experience that I will never, ever forget. I will cherish it forever. I mean, I learned so much about this young lady. Like, she approached the largest roller coasters in the park fearlessly. Like, I was just shocked, man. Here we were on this big old roller coaster. She's throwing her arms up. She's laughing and cheering and just filled with joy. Like, unbelievable. I was like, dang, this girl is fierce. We went to the haunted mansion. I thought, okay, well, the haunted mansion's gonna get her. She'll be a little scared in the haunted mansion, right? Nope. She literally was laughing. Like, she was laughing at all the little ghosts and the boos and the things. She laughs in the face of danger, as they say, right? And then to top it all off, this little girl with tiny little legs, not quite 6 years old, she walked over 8 miles on the day that we were at the park for the full day. She walked over 8 miles. Imagine 8 miles on little teeny tiny legs, right? And she didn't ask me to carry her. She never complained, any of those things. She was up. She got up at 5 o'clock in the morning on Friday. She was up at 5 a.m. and she was still swimming in the swimming pool back at our hotel come 10 p.m. that night. Right? She went to bed about 11. And I mean, this girl ran. She ran hard the entire time. She was non-stop, right? It was go, 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 all day long. And I'll be 100% honest with you. I was incredibly proud. I am, not was. I am incredibly proud of this little girl and who she is, man. Just super, super proud. But here's the thing that got me the most from the entire trip. While we were there, the whole time that we were there were no Disney princesses. Not one. Not a single Disney princess. And to be honest with you, that was all she wanted. Like, I told my kids that I was going to take each of them on a solo trip. that we could go somewhere for just one night, just a quick little 2-day thing, but they could go wherever they wanted. And she chose Disney World because she wanted to see a princess in real life. She wanted to meet Ariel from The Little Mermaid. She wanted to meet Elsa from Frozen. Those are her two favorites. She said she'd settle for somebody like Moana or Cinderella. She would settle for that. But she really wanted to meet a princess. That's why she chose the whole destination. That's why we went to the Magic Kingdom. It was all she wanted. Before we left, every single day, as soon as she knew she was going, every day she was like, I can't wait to meet a princess. I can't wait to meet a princess. I can't wait to meet a princess. Daddy, we're going to see a princess. Daddy, there's going to be the princess. I'm going to get to meet the princess, right? Every single day before we left. She packed days ahead of time, right? And every couple of hours as we were traveling on our plane on the way there, as we got our rental car the night before, as we were walking through the park, every couple of hours she would ask. She would say, hey, Daddy, where's the princesses? Where do the princesses live, Dad? Where do they live? Where are they staying at? Where do they sleep? Like, she was trying to track down the princesses. If you go through the big castle, the big Disney castle in the middle of the park, when you walk through it, there's some doors that are like employee only doors that are locked and whatnot. Like, she was walking up and trying to open the doors. She was like, where are they at? I know that there is a princess up in this castle somewhere sleeping. And I want to meet a princess. I want to get a picture with a princess. And so she really had that one desire, right? That was the whole purpose behind it. And it was all she talked about. Was getting a picture with a Disney princess. And unfortunately, no luck. We tried to find them. We tried to find the little parades, the Cascades, all of those different things. And we did get to experience Mickey Mouse and Minnie Mouse and Donald Duck. Those things in a little celebrity breakfast, so she got to see them. But we never were able to find a princess. You see, due to the pandemic that we are all experiencing, there were no characters in the park whatsoever. None. And so at the end of our day, the end of our trip, or our time at Disney World, we walked over to a little area of the park where you can see Rapunzel's castle. You can see Rapunzel's castle off in the background. You can't get to it. You can't walk up around it. Like, you can just kind of see it off in the background. And so we went over there. She wanted to check it out. So we went there. And she gazed longingly at that castle. She just kind of stared up at it, right? At that tower. And my heart was a little shook. It still is right now. But my heart was a little shook that I wasn't able to deliver on that princess, right? We got to do the cotton candy and the popcorn and all the shows and all the rides. But the one thing I wasn't able to deliver on was that princess, right? And as she was looking up at the tower longingly, I did not realize this was going to get me so emotional right now. As she was looking up at that tower longingly, she said to me, she said, Dad, it's okay that I didn't get to see the princesses because of COVID. I will see them next time because I'm coming back here in August. Where she got August, I don't know. I have no idea. We never talked about August. I have no idea where she got it from. All I know is she just said with conviction, Dad, it's okay I didn't get to see a princess. I'll see them next time because I'm coming back in August. There were no tears. She was not emotional about it like I am right now. There was no complaints. She didn't have a single complaint about not being able to see a princess. And there was also no doubt. There was absolutely no doubt in her mind that she would be back, that it would happen, and maybe it didn't happen today, but it will happen one day. No doubt. Her mind and her heart completely aligned. And in that alignment of her mind and her heart, she has allowed her imagination to write the narrative that is going to bring joy in her life. And for me, it was a moment that just took my breath away, right? It was a moment that took my breath away. It was a moment that I thought, man, I could really learn from this because it's sure easy to complain about some things right now. And it's sure easy to have some doubts about some things right now. It's sure easy to do those things, right? And golly, what can I learn from this fierce little almost 6-year-old? It's like, dude, just allow your imagination to write the narrative, to keep you on point, to keep you on focus, to rid yourself of doubt, to rid yourself of tears. A moment I will remember forever. It literally took my breath away. Then this morning, as I opened up my Rise and Grind planner like I always do, and Brad Caldwell, if you're in the room, this is going to be a crazy moment for you. Brad is here on Clubhouse. So I opened up my planner this morning. And as I opened up my planner, at the top of every page of the Rise and Grind planner, there is a quote that is submitted by actual Rise and Grind members. And today's quote was submitted by a guy named James Gavin. And what's crazy about that is just yesterday, Brad Caldwell sent me a picture. He sent me a picture of him and James Gavin. They had ran into each other somewhere out there in the world. And so this is so crazy. But I opened up my planner and there was a quote submitted by James Gavin. And the quote says this: "Life is not measured by the number of breaths we take, but by the moments that take our breath away." In that moment, my daughter took my breath away. This Sunday, we are going to be having Meredith's 6th birthday party. And guess who is now on the guest list? My wife tracked down an Elsa impersonator. And Elsa's coming to our house. Princess Elsa is coming to our house to perform for Meredith and to do a photo shoot with Meredith. Meredith is going to get her princess because she deserves it. Because she didn't cry. Because she didn't complain. Because she didn't let it steal her joy. But ultimately, she allowed her imagination, her mind, and her heart to write the narrative of gratitude and appreciation for all the things she does have in her life. And so Sunday, Meredith gets her princess. And this dad right here, I'm going to have a hard time breathing through the tears. I can guarantee it. It'll be a moment that is going to take my breath away. This week on Rise and Grind, we are starting a new series called The Greatest Showman. Called The Greatest Show. But it's been sparked. The idea and concept was sparked from the movie The Greatest Showman. And we are going to travel down the world of imagination. and the magic that comes from allowing it to guide your steps towards living out your dreams. I want to say thank you for joining me here today on hashtag Rise and Grind, for joining me on Instagram behind the scenes, for joining me on Clubhouse with Breakfast with Champions. I truly appreciate you more than you'll ever know. More than you'll ever know. And I really hope that this week you'll enjoy the show. Let's go.
Good morning and welcome to hashtag Rise and Grind. I am your host, Glenn Lundy. I am a husband to one, a father to 8, and the creator of what is going to be the #1 most watched morning show in the world. It is 5:30 a.m. and I hope that you are ready to rise and grind.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are you, my friend? How are you, my friend? Dude, today is Monday. That's right, today is Monday, September 13th, 2021. And what's crazy is today is the very first and the very last time it'll ever be Monday, September 13th, 2021. So I want to make sure we make the absolute most, and yes, I do mean the absolute most, of this absolutely incredible day. Today is also it has been nearly 4 years ago, nearly 4 years, since on my birthday, December 20th, 2017, a movie came out called The Greatest Showman. Now, this movie is a musical. This movie is a musical with Hugh Jackman, which I think is a brilliant strategy, right? Brilliant strategy. You want to get a bunch of men to go to a musical? Well, then let's put Wolverine as the main character, right? Let's take Wolverine and build a musical around that dude. I think that was a very brilliant strategy on their part to get us all into the room. But at first, I didn't want to see it. Like, I didn't have any interest in seeing this musical that I really knew nothing about, right? I had zero interest. But I will tell you, once I did see it, dude, it took my breath away. Like, this movie is the story. It is the story of an orphan who is a big dreamer, a visionary, right? A wild imagination. And this orphan ends up falling in love. He falls in love with his childhood sweetheart who comes from a place of wealth and abundance and etiquette and all of that stuff, right? All of those things. It's basically the typical princess and the pauper story. And their love is 100% taboo. It's frowned upon. People try to keep them apart. All of those things that would go with your standard, Aladdin type Disney movie. And so ultimately, the main character goes on to he wants to attempt to prove himself, right? He wants to prove himself in the circles of the rich and the famous. And so his form of getting there, his form of building a life, he gets the girl, he wants to build a life for her, and he wants to prove to everyone that he deserves to be there. And the form that he uses to get there is a circus, of all things. He uses a circus filled with oddities that have never been seen before, right? A circus filled with bearded ladies and tiny little generals, right? Strong men and women from all over the globe, right? Feats of agility and balance. You remember the circus. My hope is at some point in your life, you've either been to a circus, witnessed a circus, been experienced the joy and smells of a circus, which there are lots of those, right? But he uses this magical place, this imaginative wonderland. He uses it to step into the genre that he believes belongs to be a part of, right? The society that he believes he should be a part of. And over time, he becomes known worldwide as the host / deliverer of the greatest show on earth. And now I'm going to spare you the details, okay? Now, just in case you haven't seen it, I'm going to spare you all of the details on it. There's ups and downs, there's highs and lows, there's dramatic moments, there's all of that. Moments of pure exhilaration, all of those things exist in this movie, right? But I'm going to spare you the details in case you haven't seen it. But I will share with you this. I learned a lot about myself watching this movie. I think I learned more about myself watching this movie than any other piece of film or video, anything like that I've ever watched in my entire life. You see, this was a movie about playing big. This is about a movie about going all in on your dreams. Whatever your heart can desire, whatever your imagination holds, it's about taking that leap and getting after it. This is a movie about staying the course and not losing your way. Ultimately being so dialed and so focused that no matter what anybody says or does or throws at you, you are going to stay 100% in alignment with the imagination and the narrative that you are writing for yourself. This is a movie about the sheer passion and grit that it takes, the passion and the grit that exists inside you to fully live out your best life, your fullest dreams, your every desires, your biggest possible impact. This is a movie about creating a life filled with everything your heart desires. Now, I know many of us have been told over the years that we can't have our cake and eat it too. Well, if that's the case, what's the point of having the cake? I'm not interested in a life where I can't have my cake and eat it too, even though I am on a little bit of a diet, but that's okay. That's just long-term decisions, right? I broke that diet a little bit while I was at Disney, just saying. I mean, come on, I was with my little girl, right? But we're talking about a fulfilled life. You are allowed, and I grant you permission, if nobody's ever done this for you before today, I grant you permission to want and have it all. You're allowed. If God put it on your heart, if God gave you the desire, if God gave you and allowed you to imagine things that are huge, that are tremendous, that are far beyond the reach and the stretch of most people's imagination, I give you permission to chase that fearlessly. Permission to laser focused. Go after that with zero doubt, with no tears. You have the right to create a life filled with everything your heart desires. This is a movie about never giving up on the things that bring you joy. And this is a movie about constantly seeking the things that tickle your imagination. And the best part, is this movie is based on a true story. This movie is the story of P.T. Barnum and the Barnum and Bailey Circus, ultimately known as the greatest show on earth. I want you to make sure to take the time with me this week. Take some time with me as we explore and allow ourselves to tap into our imaginations, our dreams, and all that is possible. I believe it's going to be an incredible journey. And when we come out the other side, we're all going to be one step closer to living the life of our dreams. Fair enough? Fair enough. Listen, we do something on this show every day. And I know some of you are probably like, oh, we're going to dance today. Nope. We're going to dance our way out. We're doing something a little bit different today. We're going to dance our way out. We got 3 minutes left in today's episode of Hashtag Rise and Grind. So here's what I want to do, right? Here's what we're going to do. We're going to turn this music up. There we go. That was weird. I got a little echo. Hey, for those of you that know, and those of you that don't know, this is the part of the show where we're just going to dance. That's what we're going to do. I'm not going to ask you to share it out. I'm not going to ask you to subscribe to the podcast. I'm not going to ask you to do any of those things. I'm just going to say, just let's go. Come on, get that body in motion. An object in motion tends to stay in motion. An object at rest tends to stay at rest. So get this thing rocking and rolling. Let's get moving. All right? I don't care where you are in the world. I don't care what you're doing. Let's go. Dance like nobody's watching. Dance like nobody's watching. Dance like you're a little kid twirling through the streets of Disneyland. Living it up, right? Let's go. This is also the part of the show where I do want to say good morning to you, and I want you to say good morning to me. Whether you're watching live or you're watching on replay, wherever you're at, say what's up. I will say what's up back. Fair enough? Fair enough. All right, I want to start off with my Instagram peeps. What's up, Fab Realtor? How you doing, Alloy Artist? What's up, April Johnson and Tristan Smith? Great to see you. I see Sarah McCord and Brielle are hanging out with us over on Clubhouse, which always makes me happy. I see Barbara and Dr. Rowe as well. I see Joy, my man, Coach Isaac, tore it up this morning, of course, with thought-provoking conversations. I love you, Coach. I see my girl Tamra is up in here. My boy Ramon is in the house. Liza and TM, good morning to you. What's up, Mike Higdon? How you doing, Francois Diristel? What's up, Shauna Phillips? Great to see you as well. I see Wendy Reeves and Marino Moran. Great to see you. Oh my gosh. James Gavin is in the building today. That is a face I haven't seen in a while. Julie Lentini. Hey, James, thanks for the quote, my man. I see Brad Smith and Brian Renee. I see Tabby Negret and Don Sankey. I see Sean Jones. Good morning, Wendy Reeves. Good morning, Tina Bacon. Good morning, Melita Shanae. Great to see you. What's up, Sicilian Yogina? Man, I'm telling you, the Instagram names are always the toughest. Brad, I'm glad you're here this morning. What's up, Justin and Amanda and Maureen and Renee? Dora Maria, great to see you as well. I see Christine Green is in the building. Jeff, the entrepreneur, is up in here. What's up, Tim Hunt? Patricia, the most amazing published author and book coach, is in the building. You always want to check out her segments over on Clubhouse if you get a chance. We've also got Shirley Ann is in the building. Muhammad is in the building. I see Core Element is up in here. Navia is up in here. Tosh and Monica and Janice and Robert and Annette. Great to see all of you. What's up, Megan? I also see Renee. Did I already say Renee? I think I already said Renee. All kinds of folks up in here on hashtag Rise and Grind. Melvin Rodriguez, Jojo Laricia, Shauna Phillips. Wow. Marilyn Wilkin. Listen, friends, I want to tell you, I love you. If nobody's told you that yet today, I want to be the first. I love you. I really, really do. I believe that you and I are brothers and sisters. Brothers and sisters, children of God. We share a Father. And that Father wants each of us to become the absolute best versions of ourselves that we can possibly be. I believe that He wants us to explore our hearts and our minds and our imaginations, to get all of those things in line so that we can ultimately live an extremely impactful life, one that will ultimately glorify his name. And so I challenge you to go out there today. Those dreams that you've had, those visions that you carry with you, let's step into them. Let's lean into them fearlessly, without doubt, just like my little girl Meredith does. And I'll see you again tomorrow morning at 5:30 a.m. as we do this all over again on hashtag Rise and Grind. Have an incredible day.